Yo, so before you watch the video, I was watching over it again. I realized that I curse a lot. My chosen word is fuck. I like to curse a lot, apparently, and I think it's also because obviously I'm emotionally involved in what this video is going to be about. So I apologize, and I'm just warning you that I drop the F-bomb a lot. And you know, I seem to be pretty calm. You know, I can keep control of my emotions, but apparently my words, I'm cursing a lot because of my emotions. So I don't get hyped or nothing. But so I'm gonna try for future videos to try to dial it down a little bit. I'll curse, obviously. I'm still gonna curse here and there. You know, I'm an adult, so it's not a problem. You know, and but I'm gonna try to just tune it down a little bit so every fifth word isn't the F word. But alright, yo, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yo, what's up? So I just want to make a quick video. It's gonna be about veganism and not veganism, because you see so much shit online. You know how people like shit's trendy, people like to get fucking mad and emotional and all this shit and get crazy or whatever. And I've been, you know, getting into conversations with different people online, some good, some not good, you know, people get mad, whatever. So I mean, I wrote a couple points down just so I don't forget what I'm trying to talk about and try not to like get dragged out of the direction of where I'm trying to go and get off topic. But I'll just start out. It's a little late. I've been vegan for 4 years, but I'll just say why I went vegan. Well, originally I wasn't even gonna go vegan. I was actually thinking of getting my hunting license because I wanted to boycott animal agriculture, especially factory farming and all that shit, you know, because it's fucking horrible. It's disgusting. Whether you like to eat meat or not, it's fucking disgusting. So I was thinking, I was like, alright, I don't want to fucking support this industry, so I'm gonna get my license. If I want to eat this animal, I'm gonna fucking kill it myself. I'm gonna go through the whole fucking shebang of everything and you know, get it done and put myself through taking its life, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. You're taking something's life. So whether you eat meat or not, that life of that animal should still matter, and you taking that animal's life should, that's a personal thing in my opinion. You know, when we start putting fucking the killing of living sentient things that feel pain, have nervous systems, that do a lot of things that we do, not exactly the same as us, but we share a lot of things. They have emotions, they have different shit, they have family. You know, they cry when they're getting killed, they cry when they're being separated from, you know, their babies and same shit. So when that happens, I feel like that shouldn't be delegated to people, and this is why we have such a disconnect. But anyway, so I was gonna do that. I was gonna get my hunting license, and then I realized, you know what? I don't want to actually kill anything, right? Now that's my personal choice. I didn't want to kill it, and it's deeper for me. It's spiritual for me, but that's for me, right? Not to say that you're a horrible person, if you don't, right? If you're not a vegan, that's not what my argument is. So basically, bottom line was, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I looked into it. I realized I could be just as healthy or healthier by being a vegan. I just need to pay attention to all the shit that I'm eating, you know, because a lot of things that people don't do is they change their diet. They don't realize that a lot of meats and different things are being fortified, so they're losing certain nutrients, right, from that. And same thing with fish or whatever. So but you just got to make sure you're getting your top nutrients, whatever, so your brain and your blood and everything is super healthy and functioning. So moving on to the next thing. So that's why I went vegan. That was the start of it. And then I started looking into, long story short, I went vegan for the animals, boycotting that industry because it's disgusting, it's not natural. I went vegan for my health. I went vegan for the environmental impact, talking about don't even need to talk about methane. We'll talk about just the fact of deforestation and how much land is being destroyed and how much habitats are being destroyed for animal agriculture. And then on top of that, that goes into just agriculture in general, and that goes into you know, the majority of stuff that's being farmed is to the wheats and the corn and all that shit is being put into the livestock. It's not even to feed us. And then you look at the pesticides and all that shit that's all being, so it's a whole fucking thing. So environmental issues, then looking at, like, people talk about world hunger. Well, you know, if we stopped, if we cultivated that land instead of using for animal agriculture, and we used it for just agriculture in general, we could feed a lot more people on a lot less land, and we can definitely start feeding people around the world if that was something that we chose to do so. So anyway, now I want to get into things, right? Contradictions, agendas, biases and shit, because I see it everywhere, right? I try to be straightforward, and I'm a vegan, but as diet wise and stuff, but I probably don't see eye to eye with everything that vegans do. And now, you know, you have a lot of crazy ass fucking, like, liberal vegans who fucking lose their mind, and I get the emotion because we feel strongly connected to the abuse that's going on to these animals. All right, it's not simple hunting and that's it. You're talking about a lifetime of fucking misery, of abuse, because these people are fucking killing them. Then there's, you know, there's obviously human right issues involved in this shit too. But we have a strong feeling, right? We just, like, you know, when other people in the past had been going through shit, you know, slavery and shit, you had people who felt strongly against it and was like, this is fucking disgusting. They're literally enslaving them. They're treating them like they're fucking dirt. It doesn't matter if we're different. A life is a life, and you don't treat it like it's dirt. You have to have respect for that life. So I get where the emotion comes in, but at the same time, you have to realize that, especially if you are a vegan who wasn't always a vegan, you gotta kind of fucking take a step back and stop fucking going for the jugular for people, because guess what? You were that fucking person. You were that person that you think, you know, of a person, the person that you think of being ignorant, you were that person once before. And if somebody approached you screaming in your face, fucking disrespecting you, you're not gonna fucking listen to shit that they have to say. You're not going to want to take them seriously, and you're not going to respect them. So when we're approaching people like Earthling Ed, and there's some other guys that are great on fucking YouTube, you know, that they're huge activists, they talk to people with fucking love and respect, and they try to level with them and get them to understand where they're coming from. They're not attacking them. They're not fucking being condescending, make you feel like a fucking piece of shit, right? They're just talking to you as a person to a person. So for example, like, you know, you need to look at things, right? For, you know, vegan agendas. We're over here fucking preaching about all these different things, right? About life and a lot, you know, a lot of it is for environmental issues. And you have people that are over here going, oh, you know, preaching about vegan leather and shit, right? But that vegan leather is made with what? Plastic, right? Now, I'm not standing for leather, but we have to realize that the earth, the environment, this is our only home. This is the meat eater fucking, I don't care where you come from on this planet is our only home. This is our mother. This is what gives us, this is the only reason that we're alive, is because of her. Okay, it's a living, the earth is a living organism that is constantly putting out energy and putting out life for us to consume. So that should be at the forefront of anybody's concerns. If you don't give a shit about the environment, you're an idiot. Sorry, you're an idiot. And some people are going to get offended, but I need you to be open-minded, because this is a real talk conversation, and you need to be able to listen. If you can't listen to it, then I don't really know what to say for you. But back to vegans. Supporting vegan leather is kind of going against what we say about wanting to give a shit about the environment. Plastic is one of the biggest issues right now, right? Yet we're going to produce more plastic leather, right? Because we want to be able to claim that we're a better person because it's not animal. let's pick something that's not fucking plastic. Let's pick something that's resourceful, that's renewable, that's non-toxic, right? That we can fucking make things out of. We don't need to do that. That's where you're contradicting yourself, and you're wrong. You know, buying all this plastic shit, you know, I'm not perfect. I have plastic, and honestly, it's hard. It's hard to not buy plastic because everything is in fucking plastic. I think I have an eyelash in my eye, sorry. Fuck. But we need to try harder, and to just start producing things just to say that they're vegan so you could pat yourself on the back. It's fucking stupid. It's stupid. Just like the fact of this, right? Wool is not vegan, okay? It's not vegan classified. But if you know people who have lambs and sheep, right? And you know where the wool's coming from. For example, I knew somebody used to work with her. She had connections to these different farms. They just had the animals. They didn't do anything with them. They just had them there. People used to come and visit, see the animals, the sheeps, right? This woman, her friend had a farm, had a big vineyard, and she owned sheeps, and they would just roam on the vineyard free, right? Just chilling. They would cut all these different places, all these different farms would shear their fucking wool and throw it out because they didn't use it. So for something like that, I'm gonna fucking use it. I don't give a shit if it's not on this fucking vegan agenda of not being fucking, you know, vegan approved. If I know where it's coming from, I know that these animals aren't getting harmed, and I know it's resourceful, and that's better than fucking synthetic shit, I'm gonna use it. It's from the earth, it's natural, it'll biodegrade, it's not gonna cause fucking damage, it keeps you fucking warm, there's no reason why you can't do it. There's no reason. You know, these animals aren't being killed, they're not being abused, it's just free shit. That'd be dumb to not use that. I was gonna say something else. These sheep too, you have to realize that these sheep that we grow that are used for wool have been domesticated, and they have been selectively bred with different types of sheep to make a sheep that can grow a lot of wool. These sheep don't exist in the wild. So if they're gonna be here and I can own my own, or I know somebody who owns them and they just have them because they want to have sheep, and you know, maybe they're grazing, whatever the purpose is, and it's completely loving, there's no abuse or malice in it, I'll fucking use that wool, no problem. So we need to chill out and look at shit of looking at the earth and the environment. And you can't just say you can't use something because it's not vegan if that vegan product is worse for the environment than the original. We have to think about it here, because like that's where you're gonna be a biased person, and same vice versa for the other side, you know. Environment, right? So now we go, usually conservatives are the ones that, there's obviously vegan conservatives, but usually conservatives are the ones who knock any type of climate issues or environmental issues, I should better say, because pollution and climate change are two different things. The destruction that we're doing to the planet is fucking happening, 100% a fact. There's no fucking debate or argument about it, as there is to climate change. There's people debating it on both sides. The fact that we're polluting, destroying the oceans, destroying the land, dirty water, dirty lands, dirty air, the fact that we're just deforestation is happening. We're killing habitats, ecosystems. We're making different animals go extinct. Like, that's fucking happening. There's no debate on that. So because you want to sit here and be like, I can eat my meat because I can eat my meat, that's a fucking stupid argument. I'm sorry. You know, animal agriculture is the leading issue, okay, when it comes to deforestation and destruction of the lands. We are fucking demolishing the Amazon, lighting this shit on fire. You've seen that, all this different shit, so you can eat your fucking meat, right? We already know that there's so many people. We know that there's an issue with the modernized world, right? There's so many fucking people. We know that meat is not a sustainable source. So for you to sit here and just be like, I want to eat my meat, I want to eat my meat, like, that's fucking stupid. That's stupid. You're wrong. You're wrong. That's where veganism is right. And I'm talking for developed countries, people who are not living off the fucking grid, people who are not self-sustaining, you know, doing way less damage than we are in this modernized world. I'm not talking about those people. I need everybody to stop fucking making these dumb arguments about, oh, cavemen, oh, we're gonna eat like cavemen did, bro, you're not a fucking caveman. Your entire life doesn't go with your argument for how you're eating. So if you're gonna use that argument for how you're gonna fucking eat, you better live the rest of your fucking life like that. Cause guess what, the rest of your life has fucking strong implications on what's going on too, you know. Never mind the fucking slave labor that's going on because of our modernized fucking convenience life that we like to have. You know, so we really need to fucking sit and think and stop being fucking arrogant and really think about what's best for life on this planet. I don't give a fuck what your view is. And I don't need the world to go vegan, because also we know that depending on where you live in the world, especially if you're living off the grid, you want to live a natural life, certain people can't eat fucking vegan year round. Shit gets cold. Guess what? No vegetation happens. They have to fucking eat meat unless you become like a fucking amazing, like, you become this amazing person who knows how to can and jar and dehydrate all this shit. That's a lot of prep time. So unless you have that shit figured out like fucking 100%, you're gonna be eating fucking animals. And that's not who I'm talking to. I don't give a fuck about those people. Those people live a less toxic life than I'm living right now. I'm trying to learn and learn more and more so I can decrease the amount of shit that I'm putting out into the environment. But it's fucking hard, especially when you live in a modernized world, because everything that we do here is fucking destructive and polluting and all that shit. So, you know, when I make this argument talking about veganism and how it's better and more sustainable, I'm talking about for modernized countries, people who are living like we are. Okay? We need to do more farming. We need to get back into that shit. Okay? We need to bring stuff back here to your own country, to your states. We need to learn how to grow our own shit. We need to, so we can have local, to reduce the amount of fucking transportation that's happening with the food. Two, we have regulation. When it's in a different country, they have different regulations than we have. So we're over here talking about things we don't want in the environment, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, we're getting shit from like fucking China, we're getting shit from Mexico, we're getting shit from all over different countries that aren't gonna have, that don't possibly have a strong EPA, especially China. China doesn't even have a fucking EPA, but they don't have regulations like we do, and their regulations aren't. We're trying to fix our regulations in our country. We should care about where our food's coming from. I'm trying to think, you know, I'm kind of like forgetting shit that I was trying to talk about. I just want to make sure I hit everything and didn't drag on for too long. But, you know, just simple as this, just be a fucking real person. Be able to fucking look at yourself, and if you're doing something that's wrong, that's harming the fucking planet, that's causing harm, that's doing more bad than good, we need to change it. It's not right. Let's rethink it and let's fucking redo it. You know, like, too many people are fucking, you know, they want to be right all the time, that they'll fucking, you know, they want to look like they're right, right? They don't want to actually be right. Because if you wanted to actually be right, you would leave the door open for the possibility to be wrong, so you can correct yourself and truly be right and truly do the right thing. Nowadays, everybody wants to talk about all this shit. Nobody wants to self-reflect and be self-aware. They just want to fucking vomit whatever they fucking say, and they don't want you to question it. They don't want you to fucking debate it. They don't want you to talk to them about it. They just want you to absorb anything they fucking say, and that's it. Well, that's fucking bullshit. Ask questions. Open your fucking ears. Open your mind. Stop being ignorant, and let's make some real fucking change here. Okay? This fucking animal agriculture is a fucking problem. Okay? Vegans, stop being fucking stupid. I watched this fucking Joe Rogan podcast about that dude who fucking had a restaurant and vegans were protesting him. Leave the fucking guy alone. Whether you disagree with it or not, this dude's actually trying to think about some better sources to get his food from. Go after fucking animal agriculture, fast food. Go after the fucking big people. Don't go after the fucking little people. That's something later on in life that we can fucking talk about. But, like, let's go for the bigger fish to fry. Like, you don't need to go for the fucking dude who has a fucking tiny ass restaurant who's trying to be conscious about where he gets his fucking meat from. Like, come on. Because now look what you're doing. Now you're hurting our fucking struggle that we're trying to get through. Which we're trying to help these fucking animals, right? We're trying to liberate them. We want to get them out of these factory farmings. Well, guess what? Going after somebody who's not using factory farmed fucking meat isn't going to stop that. So refocus your energy. Take your heads out of your asses. Stop being so fucking emotional. And go fucking do the right thing. You know? And it is what it is. Like, the world isn't going to be vegan. It's not. It can't possibly happen. You know, you want to talk about shit's not natural. Yeah, our entire fucking lifestyle is far from fucking natural as modernized people. So if you're gonna fucking tell them that they need to reflect because their shit's not natural, you better do the fucking same. And the same for the fucking, you know, liberals and conservatives, wherever the fuck you fall. You're, you know, usually people that don't, you know, too far left, too far right. You guys don't want to fucking budge at all. You guys are both part of the fucking problem. You know, we need to fucking be able to have some wiggle room here. You don't need to see eye to eye with people all the time. And guess what? The world's not going to be vegan. But what we can try to do is stop this fucking animal agriculture that's destroying our fucking lands. Okay, that's destroying homes and fucking habitats and shit like that. You know, we need to. That's what we need to do. That's the animals we need to liberate. Animals get killed in nature. It happens. You know, but we need to realize that there's too many fucking people in this world. We cannot keep eating this meat like this. We can't. It's not sustaining. Getting into different types of gardening, like biodynamic farming, you know, and don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying the vegan fucking process is perfect. It's not. It's going to take a while for us to even, you know, for us to get to a place that it's really working, because we fucked the world up so much. We fucked it up so much. So it's going to take us long, you know, just as long, or maybe, you know, maybe longer, depending on how much effort we put into it, to fucking bring it back and fix it. You know, you don't get sick overnight. It's an accumulation of time, of years, and then you get a chronic disease. You're not going to get better overnight. It's going to take some time to reroute your body. It's the same thing. The earth is, we're the cancer to the fucking earth. So we need to fucking stop being that and try to fucking help it out. Environment first. Environment first. And if you want to fucking toss the environment out the window because you want to fucking eat your steak, you're a fucking scumbag. I'm sorry, you know, I mean that with love, but you're a scumbag. You need to fucking open your eyes, stop being ignorant, and realize that our environment is important to fucking every single fucking thing that lives on this earth. No matter your fucking religion, your spiritual practice, right? No matter your fucking ethnicity, you know, no matter anything, gender, fucking, I don't give a fuck what you are. The earth is the most fucking important thing. And should be by fucking far. But we're over here fighting about dumb shit. Meanwhile, all these, you know, fucking corporations are just fucking making bank, trying to fucking, you know, push all this fucking propaganda to get you to fucking not look at what's going on. We need to look at real shit, okay? And maybe if we start focusing on farming, we can get better ways of farming, because monocultural farming is fucking disaster. It's a disaster, so monocultural farming is horrible. You know, when we do that at large scales, right? Large scale farming of the same fucking crop, you deplete the soil, and then you get more pest issues, so then they use more fucking pesticides, right? So then now they're gonna do GMOing shit, right? And people, you know, some people like to, well, what's wrong if you could fucking genetically modify something to grow in a drought area? That's not what the fuck they're doing. They're genetically modifying shit because they use fucking harsh chemicals on the fucking things to kill the weed, on the crops to kill the weeds. So they have to genetically modify the fucking food so it can resist the toxins that we're spraying on our fucking food. And then you eat that food. And then guess what? The weeds adapt. They become more resistant, so they have to make stronger fucking chemicals, which then they have to genetically modify the fucking food again and more to make it resist again. So the more GMOs, the more pesticides, the more toxins going on the food, going on the planet, going in your air, your water, your food, into your body, making us sicker and everything else sicker. Okay? Like, we need to wake the fuck up. You know? Just, we need to fucking chill with the labels and shit. You know, labels are good to connect with people, but like, we need to stop running around like identifying ourselves with these fucking labels. Just be a fucking responsible person. Be a person who gives a fuck. Be a person who, you know, is trying to tread the earth with the least harm that he can do in his lifetime. We have our fucking kids that are gonna be here next, and their kids. You don't give a fuck about your kids and your grandkids. You know, they're gonna be, if we don't fucking get a hold of this shit, they're gonna be fucking, it's gonna get bad. And then, you know, we'll just all fucking die, and then the earth will claim itself. You know, at the end of the day, we're really hurting ourselves. I mean, we're hurting other things that live here too, but we're gonna fucking kill ourselves if we don't fucking figure this shit out. You know, it's not gonna happen in fucking 6 years, but we're going in a fucking bad direction if we don't get this together. You know, all the chronic fucking diseases and all this other shit that's going on, the worst fucking children's health we've ever had. You know, like, come the fuck on. We need to wake up, take your heads out of your fucking asses, stop being biased and trying to push an agenda because you want to fucking be right. If you're fucking right and you have some, and you think you're right and you have some views that you think can support yourself, great, let's talk about it. That's what we need to do. We just need to fucking talk about it. That's it. Stop fucking fighting with people. Talk about it. Be fucking a responsible fucking person. Give a fuck about your fucking planet. Give a fuck about the health of people. And let's make some shit happen. Fuck the fucking government. Fuck these fucking, you know, fucking lobbying groups, right? That they fucking pay all this money. You know, it's fucking insane. We need to make this change. Okay? They're not gonna make the change unless we fucking make something fucking happen. Stop fighting with each other about dumb shit. Let's think about the environment. Think about fucking veganism. Look into it. And maybe even if you don't want to be a fucking vegan all the time, you at least need to fucking start adopting fucking vegan ways of living when it goes into eating food and shit. It's good for you. It's good for you. Really fucking good for you. So, you know, this whole idea that it's fucking not good and you need to fucking eat the meat to survive, like, that's fucking stupid. You know, if you're living off the grid, do your fucking thing, man. Do your thing. But, alright. I don't want to, like, keep fucking going in circles. I'm pretty sure that's everything I wanted to talk about. If I think of anything else, I'll get back into another video and talk about it. You know, so yeah, alright, thank you, much love, and think about it. Be a real fucking person and do real shit. Stop being fucking ignorant, take your heads out of your asses. Much love. I already finished the video, but I forgot to say in that video about self-awareness and about doing your part and about caring about the environment and about what's destroying the environment and our part to play. If you watch this video, or if you ever heard somebody else talk about it, talking about our money, our demand being, you know, like obviously a big influence on what's going on, and if we're buying things that are destroying land and that are causing toxins to go on into the air and on land and the water. If you've seen a video or watching this one, you now know. I can't blame you if you don't know. But now you know. You've heard somebody talk about it. You've listened to somebody say it. Maybe you listen to me or somebody else. But you heard it. So now it's not out of your fucking knowledge. It's not out of your, you know, out of your control anymore, because you now know. You heard about it. So there's no excuses anymore. It's up to you. That's your fault. That's your bad if you just decide to look the other way, even though you know the destruction that you're doing. If you know that if you really, if you saw a video and you heard somebody and you're like, oh wow, like I really see what's going on with, purchasing meat, how it's destroying the environment, what's happening to these animals, or, oh, I'm purchasing this product and they're slaves and whatever. If you've seen a video and you do nothing about it because you want to, ignorance is bliss is the way that you want to go about it, that's on you, and you're a part of the problem. You have no excuses anymore. So, like I said before, be a real person, do real things, and make a change. Stop being ignorant, take your head out your ass, and let's do something. Much love.